Hello and welcome to this template overview. Now this is the larger version of the two that you will get in your download. This is all tracks, so this is designed for a full project that can be expanded upon. I've also got another version which is stripped down, which is vocals plus 2-track. So if you prefer to work to pre-bought instrumentals off BeatStars, for example, you can just drop all your vocals in there and mix the project like that. Either or, they both work in a similar sort of way. It's just one has a few less channels just to make life easy. On the top here, we've got a reference track and a rough mix. Again, reference track for any external tracks, radio hits that you're trying to emulate. Rough if you've been set the producer or where you started, so you know that you're not making it worse. And both of those go out to direct output, so they bypass all processing in the actual channel itself. Down here, we've got a series of folders. So I've got drum folder, all the usual suspects here. Okay, now we might remember from Pro Tools, if you do need to change to a stereo version of this track, there is the option to change track width here, which is cool. And I've got those all kind of going direct to the master bus. That's how I like to work it. Some people I know prefer to bus them all together. I don't. It's totally cool. You just group them all, and put a central aux track here and go from there. Down the bottom here, we do have a parallel, pretty handy and pretty useful thing. And we have this all pre-labeled with a drums PP pre-fade ascend or a send here. So you can just drop them into that track along with all plugin processing that you are using. Okay, come down a bit further, we've got a bass folder, similar sort of layout. We've got a mono versus stereo, we've got an 808, so we've got a parallel as well, similar sort of configuration. Then we have this folder here, which is our all music folder. Typically with hip hop, it's kind of vocals, bass line, drums, and then, the music, for lack of a better description. So I find that's really handy to be able to mute that as you're trying to balance everything out. So pretty handy there. And we've got this broken down into a variety of different categories, all going straight to the master bus. We've got sample. So if you're a sample-based hip-hop producer, you can drop those in there. Further down, we've got keys, as you can see. Synthesizers, music, so that's anything outside of those basic ones, strings, horns, guitars. You can just duplicate these channels to fit the project, bells, choir, etc., etc. Further down, we've got sound effects, so that would be anything like rises, gunshots, clicks, vinyl spins, all of the things, all the detail work that, makes a track that extra ear candy. Cool. Down here, we do have a vocal all folder. Again, same sort of idea. We can just compress it all. All right, keeps it easy. We got our leads, okay, which all go to our master bus. We've got all of those things. I'll talk about them in a second. We got our hook folder. So, obviously if you're kind of doing a sing-along chorus, you're an R&B chorus or something like that, that is designed here. Now I've routed these all into a hook bus. That means you can just save a bit of processing power by able to, compress them all together. But again, you can change the routing here. I've kept all of the busts in a really straightforward way. I've just put everything you do need and nothing you don't, so you can see everything is labeled correctly. And then we've got 8 extra buses if you want to do something else, if you're not familiar with how to drop into the I/O settings on Pro Tools. So they are there. You can configure to however fits. We keep coming down. You can see these are all panned, ready to go. We've got our backing vocals, same sort of configuration. We've got BVs all bussed into our BV bus, again, for processing power. Again, it's pretty common that most people kind of do a blend and then balance against everything else. So that's how I've kind of set it up. Then we've got our ad-libs folder. We've got ad-libs bus. Again, same sort of thing, okay, and those are already pre-panned, just to kind of set you up for a bit of a win. Now over here, between send A and E, we have a series of different effects you can use, and I'll talk about those as we go down. Again, if you need to add an effect, you just go bus, select the pre-labeled thing, different kinds of reverbs, delays, slaps, throws, etc., etc. So it's all ready to go. Down here, we've got an effects bus. Again, same idea. We got room, plate, hall, short. Okay, that's just a little ambience thing for vocals. Got medium, long, throw delays, slap delay, and a double. And those have all just been using sort of some defaults, but you can insert your own plugins there that you prefer. Down here, we've got our VCAs. If you're not aware with what a VCA is, it's basically kind of like a fader without having the audio routed through it. And I've set these up for sort of easy configuration. Drums, bass, all music, which is that generic folder we looked at. We got lead vocal, hook vocal, BV, ad-libs, effects, and then all, which I'm going to talk about. Now at the bottom here, we've got a print track. All right, we have our master bus where you place your master bus sort of processing, so your G bus or your SSL bus or your Pultex or whatever you want to use. We've got a main mix print track. Cool. So this just routes directly in here, and you can print your track from here. And then we've got an instrumental mix, which I thought was a cool addition for most people, especially if you are handing over music that you're wanting to perform. Often you want all of the music, all of the balance as is, but you don't want that lead vocal. So that's how I've kind of set it up over here. So if you right click here, come to send F, you'll see that up here, all of these are routed as they should be. Okay, and then that is just sent to a blank bus. So you can print that, you might have to limit it, just to get it exactly right, but that's a track you could perform to, or you can get your client to, or, your person on your label to perform to, without having that lead vocal. I have set the hookup not to be routed, so that just keeps it nice and easy. But, if you want to do that, then it's more than welcome to kind of drop that in to kind of fit what you're doing. All right, cool. That's the overview of the template. Like I said, all color coded, all ready to go. If you have any questions, obviously you can email me from there. But I hope you enjoy your both versions of this. Super practical. Again, it's about trying to streamline so you can focus on music stuff in the studio. That's what I'm about. Cool. All right, I'll look forward to seeing you soon.